Welcome again to another ranked series. Today we're tackling Morbid Angel, one of the death metal giants, one of the best death metal bands of all time. And when you go through the discography, I'm going to rank them from my least favourite to what I think is the cream of the crop, the best Morbid Angel album. Now, I could sit here and say Morbid Angel has a flawless discography, but they don't. There is one or two or three that I'm not a big fan of. One especially. But yeah, there's a couple I'm not a big fan of, but then the rest are like fucking amazing. So, bit of a mixed bag here, but let's just get the dog shit out of the way, because you all know it's going to be last, because it should be. So coming in last on the list, Illud Divinum Insan... I don't know how to fucking say this. Illud Divinium Insanus. Inanus. Illudum Divinum... Oh, fucking... It's shit. Yeah, it's shit. Like, I tried to re-listen to it recently, because I was doing the discography. I was like, you know, let's listen to it all again, see if my opinions can change a little bit. Re-listen to this, and I was like, what in God's name? There are some fine songs on the album, though. It's not all bad. It's not complete trash. There are some okay songs, but then there are just some head-scratching songs which incorporate so much industrial into the fucking songs that it gives me a headache. Like, I don't know why they went full industrial. It doesn't make fucking sense, and it doesn't work. Like, the song Too Extreme is... I think it is too extreme. You know, I think it is too extreme. It's too extreme for my ears to handle, because I don't like it. I don't like it. I Am Morbid's a bit... fine, I guess. I Am Morbid's fine, but it's kind of cheesy stadium rock-esque. With the chorus, I don't understand that one either. There's so many just baffling decisions on this album that it has to be the worst. It just has to be the worst, because there's too many fucking baffling decisions. Yeah, it's not too good. I wouldn't go back to it. Didn't like going back to it. So, let's move on from that shit pile. Let's move on. So next up is 2003's Heretic. I bet you thought it was going to be a different album, but no. This album's a bit lower because it's not the songwriting. The songwriting's fine. The songs themselves are fine. Just the production and the sound of the album, it feels off. It's so much different to every other Morbid Angel album. You know? Even Illud sounds better than Heretic. I don't know why. I don't know what happened on this album, but it sounds just fucking shoddy. It sounds metallic, tinny. And I can't get that on my head, and I can't get the proper enjoyment out of the songs with the fucking sound on this album. The sound production doesn't do anything for me. You fucking listen to Gateways to Annihilation, and you can tell the fucking difference. You got old school kind of murky, evil sound like Morbid Angel is supposed to be, like a cavernous kind of shit. And then this is kind of polished, tinny, metallic, so... Even though some of the songs I really like, the production I can't get my head around, so it is last, it's second to last on the list. But if they redid the album and gave it that fucking old school murky vibe, I would like it a lot more. So that's all I'm gonna say for that album. It would be good if it sounded better. It's fucking, I'm trashing these. So next, we have an album I can kind of enjoy. Kingdom's Disdain, the latest one from 2017. This is more like it. It's more like it, but it's not quite the Morbid Angel we know and love. It doesn't hit as hard as any of the other albums, you know? It doesn't have that oomph factor. It's a fine-ass album, and it's way better than the other two, in my opinion. Because it sounds good. You know, the sound on this sounds better. But... And they don't do any weird shit. They're not trying to be industrial. They're trying to be death metal, and it fucking works on this album. But the songs aren't too inspired. I mean, Paws of Little Arms is a fucking standout, because that's a fun intro track. I fucking love that one. And The Garden of Disdain is cool. The drumming throughout is fucking top notch. It's just nothing jumps out of the album and hooks me in, you know? Like, a lot of the other albums have really hooky songs. This has a couple... And then the rest are like solid death metal efforts. You know, solid effort. You know, B+ for trying. But Hopefully they can kind of improve the sound on newer albums that come on after this one, but it's still a fine album and I still find myself enjoying it. Just compared to the classic shit, you know, it doesn't hold a candle. So, let's move on to some albums I fucking love. So next up, Formula's Fatal to the Flesh. Yeah, I fucking love the sound on this one. Now, this is the sound I can get my teeth into. And the songs on this is fucking flawless. There's a couple of long proggy songs on this. There's a couple of fucking proggy ones. Invocation of the Continual one is like 9 minutes. And it keeps it entertaining the entire fucking 9 minutes. Fucking love that song. And then Covenant of Death, which is like 6 minute. Awesome fucking song. So there's a lot of experimentation on this album. There's a lot of long songs, a lot of interesting songs, and it keeps the old school death metal vibe, and it keeps it fucking going. This album's just, it's a breath of fresh air. It's fucking awesome. But it's not my favourite, obviously, which is why it's here, but there's a big fucking gap in quality from Kingdom Sustained to this. There's a big fucking gap in quality. Those 3 albums, I'm kind of like, meh. This onwards, fucking killer. Next up, Gateways to Annihilation, the album after, and I just think it improved in every way. The songwriting, the catchiness, the hooks, and it still keeps the evil atmosphere, so it's everything but better. Summoning Redemption, when you have that long, like 7-minute song to start the fucking album, you know it's gonna be good. All the twists and turns in Summoning Redemption, it's a fucking awesome opener. Fucking awesome. And then you got other classics like At One With Nothing, which I love the fucking title of that. I don't know why, I just love it. Amazing fucking song. And Ageless Still I Am. Holy fuck, who came up with the names for this? Because I fucking love the song titles on this one, and the songs themselves kick major death metal ass. Fucking adore this album. Again, Morbid Angel just has so many good albums that it's hard to fucking narrow down the best. So even though this is a fucking amazing, amazing death metal album, they just have better ones. So let's move on. Next up we have a controversial pick. Covenant is next. This is like the most successful album. Got massive popularity due to MTV and shit. But I do not agree that it's the best. I do not agree. I think it's a fucking fine-ass album. It's a fine-ass album. But it's not the best. It does have catchy-ass songs on, and it is higher on the list, so I do love it. I mean, God of Emptiness is on this one, which is really slow chugging, and I love my slow death metal. Vengeance is Mine, Rapture, there's a lot of good fucking songs on this album. I just really fucking love the other ones. And I'll tell you why I love the other ones. There's some sounds in the other ones which just appeal to me a little bit more. And it's kind of similar to like the Death discography, where none of the albums are bad. There's just parts I like more in the other albums. So Covenant's a fucking fine-ass album. The songs are killer. If you put it on and say it's your top, more power to you. It is the most popular album. It is the most famous album. It sold them the most. So, you know, it should be one, really, but not, for me, it fucking isn't. So let's move on. Next up, Blessed Are the Sick. And how sick is that album cover? The album cover is fucking, well, it's fucking sick. It's blessed at how sick it looks. Yeah, and the album art matches the music. Hellish landscape. I wouldn't say it's a step up from Altars, because I haven't mentioned Altars yet, but it's a step darker. It's a step more evil. It definitely feels more death metal. You know what I mean? It definitely feels more death metal than Altars. Fall from Grace, Day of Suffering, there's too many good songs on this album. It has a darker atmosphere. It's kind of like what Burnt Offerings is to Iced Earth. This is to Morbid Angel. This is the darkest release, the most evil release. And I want to listen to it right now, and I'm talking about it. I want to listen to it, because it's a flawless album. Love it from start to finish. But I know it's controversial as well, because I've got an album which some people don't like that much, a bit higher. And I guess we should talk about that next. Domination is my second favourite Morbid Angel album. Why, you may ask? It's the fucking sound of it. The sound on some of these songs, they just appeal to me. And his singing on it It's so just unique and strange. Like, my favourite Morbid Angel songs on here, Where the Slime Live. I mean, the way he sings that with that kind of wavering, deep, guttural growl, it's insane. Where the slime live. It's like wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. It's amazing. This kind of feels like Obituary slowly rot. It has that murky, slimy atmosphere to the entire album. And the album cover fits perfectly because it's got that fucking eyesore green, purple shit going on. People say it's one of the worst album covers, but I love it because it fits with the music. Caesar's Palace is another fucking awesome song, fairly long. And yeah, I don't know. Domination's really appealed to me. I can't say why. I just think it's the songs, the music, everything about it. Domination just has me by the balls. But alas, it is not the best. The best Morbid Angel album, just like a lot of good death metal albums, is the debut, Altars of Fucking Madness. And from that classic goddamn art, you know you're in for a stupid ass time, and every song on this album hits you fucking hard. This is like Scream Bloody Gore. This is intense, furious, kind of thrashy death metal. The way death metal probably should be. And so many good songs on this fucking album. Chapel of Ghouls, everyone fucking knows that one. The way he's singing about the fucking zombies coming out attacking the priests and shit in the church. Oh, it's fucking sick. But my favourite song is Suffocation. How fucking intense Suffocation is. And Maze of Torment, Immortal Rites. This album is furious, fun, fast, intense, evil, heavy. Vocals are on point. The sound of the production is on point. It's a classic album for a fucking reason. And I think it's way better than Covenant. It's way better than Covenant. Altars of Madness is flawless. One of the quintessential death metal albums of all fucking time, in my opinion. If you don't have it in your collection, you need to go out and find it. Yeah, I fucking adore it. It is one of my favourite death metal albums of all time, and it always will be. So that was my ranking for Morbid Angel. Hopefully you enjoyed, hopefully you didn't get triggered. Tell me in the comments below your favourite Morbid Angel albums, and is there any that you hate? And if you have Illidum Divinum Anus top, tell me why, you know? Tell me fucking why. Because maybe I'm missing something on that one, but I don't think so. It's fucking dog shit. So that does it for another video, and because it was a tie between Morbid Angel and Dark Throne, I will do Dark Throne as the next ranking. So Dark Throne will be the next ranking, probably like next week or something. So look forward to that. So I hope you had fun, and we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.